Hey everyone, so really excited to be showing this Hot Wheels 6 pack. So this is actually the Silver Series 6 pack, and as you can see, these are the Euro cars. So you know, this is the first time that I'm opening such a 6 pack, and it's really exciting. And usually the prices for these 6 packs are quite high, but I managed to find this on sale on Amazon. So I got it for, on average, it's about 370 Singapore dollars per car. So I thought that was a really good price for this product, and that's why I got it. And when I got this, I feel that the packaging is really nice. It comes with the this flap and a nice box. It's a cardboard box, and so as you can see, the castings are listed here at the back. And honestly, all of these castings I'm quite excited to open, except for the Volvo Drift Wagon, which I already have it in the mainline casting. And I think the mainline casting for this particular Drift Wagon is really very, very detailed, right? With the two dogs at the back and the front and back. I think the back has the taillight temples, the front has the inserted details, part of the window. So it was already quite detailed in the mainline casting. So I'm not sure how much the Silver Series can add on to the details. Whereas the rest of the castings I do not have, and the Bentley Continental GT3 I have it in the mainline. However, obviously the front and back were empty. There were no temples. So really excited to see what this Silver Series product can provide in terms of the upgraded casting for Bentley Continental. So just looking around the packaging, a list of the 6 cars that you get with this Euro 6 pack. Again, just the different cars. And yeah, so without further ado, just opening up. Again, you get the 6 cars. These are the just the same pictures, right? The same pictures, but arranged in this layout. And here you can see the 6 cars. So without further ado, let's just get onto it. So I've already cut open the tape over here, so let me just see how I can open this. So it comes out actually quite easily. So here it is, and these are the 6 cars out of the package. So really excited. So let me just get onto it. So the first car I'll take a look at is the Volvo Drift Wagon 240 Drift Wagon. So this is the one that I said I'm not excited to open because the main line is already very detailed. And again, this casting I really like in the main line, because I am a sucker for this sort of exposed this sort of very big sunroofs that are transparent and I can see into the interior. It's really cool. I like this sort of feature. And so just first impressions on this casting, it's pretty much the same as the mainline casting in my memory. So the wheels might be slightly different, but I think it's broadly the same. The front is the inserted details part of the window piece, and the back you can see again the two dogs, right? And the paint over here is slightly misprinted, but overall, I think the details are basically the same. So Volvo had the license plate. I think it said something different in the main line. I can't remember, but so again, this particular casting, it's essentially the same as the mainline, so nothing too special on this, but again, this is a casting that I really like, so no loss there. So that's the first casting. And then let's move on to the second casting, which is again also a mainline casting that I have. Okay, now this one is a bit difficult to take out the package for some reason, so let me just try to take it out. And this is a very nice car in real life. This is the Bentley Continental GT3, and just look at the details. So the mainline car does not have all of these details, but as you can see here, this is done quite well. Now these tempos are the sort of pixelated style of tempos that you see on the premiums, the Hot Wheels premiums, and therefore you do see some rainbow color pigmentation on it, which is a bit unfortunate, but overall it's not too bad if you look at it from far away. You know, if you focus so clearly, then you do see those the rainbow pixelation. But the rest of the tempo work is very well done. I really like it. The sides, you do get a racing livery, you do get something at the top, you get Bentley on the wing. The wing is part of the body, and the back as well, you do get is that taillight tempos, or is it the same color as the rest of the car? It's actually taillight tempos, so that's a nice touch. As you can see, the taillights is actually not just one color, right? It actually has a bit of red and orange as well, although it's not too clear. But yeah, that's a nice touch with the diffuser over here. 2018 Bentley Continental GT3. So that this is a nice casting. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the next casting. So let's see, this is the Lancia Delta Integrale. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Lancia Delta. And this casting that I actually don't have, so really nice. I think the wheels do look very retro, and the tempos over here are quite clear. It's like the mainline sort of tempo, very crisp. And you know, the door handles, you get some tempos as well, so that's nice. You get a stripe in the middle, which is really nice. The window is slightly scratched up, so I'm not sure why, but you know, it's not the end of the world. The tempos at the front though are not exactly very clear, but you know, they are serviceable. It's still a nice very nicely detailed front end. Again, this side is the same. And let's look at the back details. You do get the taillights, and I'm not sure what this says because it is extremely pixelated. Let me just move it closer to the camera and see if I can show it to you. Yeah, it's a pixelated style of tempo, so I really can't make out what it says. But overall, a very nice casting still. I think it's a very nice retro looking Lancia, so really cool. Fan of this, big fan of this casting. And you can see on the hood there are like the vent, the air intake or the vents, which is really nice. The casting is really well done, so a big fan of this one. And let's move on to the last three, which are more of the very exotic cars. So first, let's look at this. This is probably one of the most popular castings in this six-pack, and this is the Porsche 935. So yeah, it's really nice. So the temples for the hood is actually the pixelated style, so it's not the best. You can see on the black temples, it's actually, you can see the rainbow coloring, and however the Porsche logo, it's pretty clear. You do get temples for the vents at the sides, and you don't get the headlights, but nice grille details you do get. And it does have nice wheels, right? The gold rims, and side temples are quite decent. Nothing at the top. You do get a roll cage at the back. Porsche on the wing. On the back, the details are a bit lacking, right? There's nothing at all. So but overall, just the shape of this casting is pretty awesome. Yeah, just look at it. It's definitely one of the more popular castings in this six-pack for sure, just because it's a Porsche and the nice yellow color. Just really cool. So big fan. And at the end of the video, I'll just rank these 6 castings in order of how much I like these castings. So and the next one is actually a Koenigsegg, and this is the Koenigsegg Gemera. Now Koenigsegg's, to me, I have never really liked the shape, because I always felt that it's a bit rounded and a bit stubby, but that's just my personal opinion. And again, this Gemera is a bit stubby as well. Just looking at a shape like this, it's just a bit odd to me, but it does not have like a very sleek shape. So but the details for this casting are quite well done. As you can see, headlight details, Koenigsegg, nice smoked windows, interior, nothing at the sides. The wheels are quite generic. The tail lights are nicely done, and overall it does have some very nice details for this Koenigsegg Gemera. Overall, it's a pretty nice casting. It will be popular. It's just maybe not my kind of car, but I prefer the Jesko as compared to this Gemera, but overall it's still pretty cool. And finally, the last casting in this six-pack is the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. So this Alfa Romeo, I think just off the bat, the color is has the most metallic paint, that glitter paint, so it's blindingly bright, and yeah, this one is a nice casting. So let's just look at the grills, the Alfa Romeo headlights, nice details. So really cool how it's done. It's a little bit pixelated, but overall it's still quite nice. So the 8C Competizione, nice wheels. It's the bigger wheels at the back. It's a Hot Wheels version of it. So pretty nice casting. A lot of details at the back actually, to simulate the exhaust pipes. And the Alfa Romeo, it's pretty small but quite clear, and just the signature look of this with the round tail lights. So and I like the casting overall. It's pretty small, and the driver sits closer to the back. It's pretty nice. It has windows, they're quite far in for this casting, but yeah, overall it's a pretty cool casting. So yeah, so that's the end of this opening. And yeah, so as mentioned, I wanted to just rank these 6 castings, just in terms of my personal preference. It's slightly difficult, but I think this Volvo might be okay, this is tough. I think just in terms of the looks, the Gemera is probably the least, so that's in the last place. And the Bentley, I think it's really nice. This one is probably closer to the Gemera here. The Lancia is pretty cool. The Porsche is probably over here, and I would say the Volvo is over here. So this is how I would rank it. The best is the Bentley Continental GT3. I think this is the best looking car out of all the cars here, followed by the Porsche. And then I just like the retro look of this Lancia, followed by Alfa Romeo, and then the drift wagon from Volvo. Lastly, the Gemera just kind of looks fine to me. Yeah, so that's the end of today's video. Let me know what you guys think. I think this 6-pack is actually really nice. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.